listen, night operations permitted with proper lighting. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Daniel here. Today I'm going to talk about drone regulations in Canada, the new regulations coming up on June 1st, 2019. And I want to talk about the pilot exam you have to write and also the information you have to put on your drone. Now, if you watch this video after June 1st, 2019, you still want to watch this because what I'm going to highlight is quite important. A few actually significant changes from the previous regulation. Now let's have a look first at the regulation highlights. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. When I see something that doesn't make any sense, I'm going to sound my alarm. My good old Dutch bicycle horn. Now, regulation first. We can now fly, well, after June 1st, to 400 feet. Previous regs were 300 feet. So this is good news. Thank you, Transport Canada. This will put us in line with what people do in the US. So less confusion. 400 feet in the US, 400 feet in Canada. No change from flying 30 meters away from people or 100 feet. 5.6 kilometers from airports, no change also. Visual line of sight, change. Current regulation says that you have to fly your drone within 500 meters from yourself. The new regs doesn't mention that. There's no more 500 meters, so it's just visual line of sight. To me, a significant change is this one. Current regs, you cannot fly over a national park. To me, that's a big bummer because we have amazing parks in Canada. You have amazing views, like nice video footage and photos, but listen to that. I'm going to read it to make sure I don't miss it. This is the new regs. Drone pilots are not allowed to take off or land within a national park. Now, did you get that? Take off or land, meaning that I can fly over a park. This is great. Thank you, Transport Canada. Also, the current reg says that you have to be at least 9 kilometers away from natural disasters or natural areas. I always question the 9 kilometers. Why not 10? Why 9? The new regs, there is nothing. It's just, they just say you cannot fly near emergency sites or sport or concert events. But they don't define near. It would be nice to have a definition because with a drone today, with a zoom, you could be at, let's say, 1 kilometer away from a sport event, take an amazing video. Police could show up and say, hey, you're too close. It's not defined. They just say near. So these are the highlights on the regulations. Also, on the Transport Canada website, they say that public liability insurance is recommended. I have my home and my car insurance is, I think, among the top 3 in Canada. So I gave them a call and I asked for a drone insurance. They said, sorry, we don't have that. So I guess this will come eventually, but at the moment, looks like you cannot get drone insurance. Now let's talk about the pilot certificate. You have to write the exam on Transport Canada website. You pay $10. The pass rate is 60. The passing mark is 65%. If you fail, you can write it again. So I wrote the exam and I passed a long time ago. I did that when it first came out. I wanted to do it ASAP. I didn't need to study really because I've been flying drones for like, almost 6 years now. And I did the basic operation license. You can have basic operations, advanced operations, or I think it's commercial also operation. So basic operations is the current regulations. You can fly close to people. I was puzzled because the exam has 35 questions. And of course, I cannot talk about the questions too much because it would not be fair to you guys. I mean, you have to study a bit or be able to pass the exam. But after 5 questions, I thought, oh my God, like really, I thought I was going to fail the exam. There are questions about the radio frequencies you should be listening to for some flights. Why? You're flying away from airports, you are flying in uncontrolled areas. How many of us bring, when you fly, How many of us bring a multi-band radio receiver to listen to air traffic? Nobody does. So I don't know why it's there. But yeah, the exam is not that, not very difficult, but at the same time not easy. So once you get your pilot certificate, I have it here. Look at the size. You're supposed to carry this with you at all times. Transport Canada, could you please make it as an option on the website that you can print a wallet size certificate? Even if I fold this 5 times, it won't fit in my wallet. It will become too thick. Now, when I got this, I was also surprised because there is something, you won't believe it, there is something here. It's in the regulations, but not on the website. I looked for it and I did not find it on the website. It has a CAR number, Canadian Aviation Regulations, but I did not see that on the website. Listen, night operations permitted with proper lighting. That's cool. It's like flying over a national park. I can fly at night if there is enough lighting. We cannot do that currently. After June 1st, 2019, it will be possible. Also here, must be fit to fly, which includes not suffering from fatigue or having consumed drugs or alcohol within the last 12 hours. So that's fine by me. But strictly speaking, if you go to a party Friday night, you should not fly your drone Saturday morning, right? Must be at least 14 years of age. And yeah, nothing else over here. Nothing else here. Now this is the certificate, okay? Again, too big. Now my third and last item is the information you have to put on your drone. Before the current regulations came into effect, about a year and a half ago, I forgot now, maybe 2 years, time flies. Yeah, time flies. I built this drone here. It's huge. And I built it because I was not happy with the Phantom 1. I thought the Phantom 1 was too small, not having enough lift capability. I wanted to attach a camera, a big camera. So I built this drone, and I don't know if you can see it. There is a label here that says reward if found. And on this side, I have a label with my cell phone number. I was fine with that. If I lose my drone, it took me a long time to build this. If I lose it, I want somebody to call me, right? The regulations now say that you have to have your name, okay, your phone number, I did that, and your address. Like, really? In my opinion, that's against the Privacy Act in Canada. You drive a car, you could kill somebody. Do you have to have your name, phone number, and address on your car? No. Now, imagine the scenario, and that really scared me. That's why I never did it. I put my name and phone number. Sorry, Transport Canada, I never put my address on my drones. Imagine the scenario. You have a totally legal flight in a huge park. Then you have a failure, mechanical or battery, whatever. The drone drifts and falls in the backyard of a crazy man next to his swimming pool. The man, of course, will be upset, walks to the drone, see a name, well, it's only a name, a phone number, okay, he could call you, but then he sees the address. He says, oh, I can go and see this guy. Bad idea, Transport Canada, so thank you very much. As of June 1st, 2019, all you need to do is put a registration number on your drone. And I have it right there. It's on the side. You can see it right here. So basically, Transport Canada did what the US has been doing for quite some time now. So you have a number. So if somebody finds your drone, they call Transport Canada and they get in contact with you. That makes good sense. Having the address on the drone, bad idea. And like I said, if I had some money to play with, I would have sued Transport Canada under the Privacy Act, because I don't think that regulation would stand court under the Privacy Act. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. If a lawyer is watching this video, put a comment below. And actually, I am done with my 3 items: highlights, regulations, the pilot license, and the drone registration. So all I want to say tell you guys now is, if you can see the rationale for why listening to traffic control when you are under basic operations, which means you are at least 5.6 kilometers away from the airport, that one, honestly, I do not get. And again, and some of you who you know me on my channel, when it's time to thank somebody, I do. When something it doesn't make any sense, I say so. So I'd like to finish this video by saying thank you, Transport Canada, for allowing us to fly to 400 feet. I think that's great news. Apparently, I can fly over a national park. I cannot take off or land, but I can fly over a national park. And you took away, apparently from what I saw on the website, you took away the 500 meters maximum distance, but you still need to keep visual line of sight. So thank you guys for watching, and happy flying, and safe flying also.